January 20. Bunker versus Brook. Bunker delivered a devastating overhand right that sent Brook crashing to the mat. The knockout was so clean, it left fans roaring in disbelief. January 20. Foxtheg versus Spartan. In a spectacular display of precision, Foxtheg landed a spinning back kick that caught Spartan flush, securing an instant KO that had the crowd on their feet. February 3. Fisher versus Bezos. Fisher showcased his power with a thunderous uppercut that left Bezos sprawled on the canvas, sealing a commanding victory. February 3. Williams versus Mbumbe. Williams ended this fight in dramatic fashion with a crushing left hook, leaving Mbumbe unconscious and the arena in shock. February 10. Suleiman versus Tomasoni. Suleiman landed a perfectly timed head kick that floored Tomasoni, earning one of the cleanest knockouts of the year. February 10. Hedges versus Kadrija. Hedges delivered a punishing right hand that sent Kadrija collapsing to the canvas, capping off an explosive performance. February 15. Garcia versus Lozada. Garcia stunned everyone with a counterpunch so precise it knocked Lozada out cold in a split second. February 16. Chirino versus Contreras. Chirino unleashed a combination of punches that overwhelmed Contreras, leaving him unconscious before he hit the ground. February 24. Berlanga versus McCrory. Berlanga unleashed a massive right cross that sent McCrory straight to the floor, securing an emphatic knockout. March 2. Diaz versus Scott. Diaz showcased his raw power with an overhand punch that floored Scott in spectacular style. March 8. Joshua versus Ngannou. In one of the year's most anticipated fights, Joshua landed a brutal uppercut that dropped Ngannou, cementing his victory in the heavyweight division. March 17. Willie versus Houston. Willie surprised Houston with a looping right hook that ended the fight in the very first round, leaving the crowd buzzing. March 23. Smith versus Zepeda. Smith connected with a clean left hand that sent Zepeda down for the count, delivering a highlight reel moment. March 23. Knight versus Baby Hulk. Knight used a vicious elbow strike to knock out Baby Hulk, a move that left fans stunned at his precision and power. March 28. Carrillo versus Rankin. Carrillo landed a body shot so devastating that Rankin couldn't recover, ending the fight on a spectacular note. March 29. Pierce versus Villanueva. Pierce wowed the audience with a spinning back fist that connected perfectly, delivering an instant and unforgettable knockout. April 4. Flores versus Espinoza. Flores' overhand right was a thing of beauty, sending Espinoza crashing to the mat in dramatic fashion. April 4. Flores versus Guevara. Later that night, Flores struck again with a devastating liver shot that left Guevara writhing in pain and unable to continue. April 12. Gomez Jr. versus Baker. Gomez Jr. delivered a jaw-dropping uppercut that floored Baker and solidified his place as a KO artist. April 27. Ortiz Jr. versus Delorme. Ortiz Jr. ended this fight with a straight right hand that Delorme never saw coming, resulting in a clean and brutal KO. May 4. Figueroa versus Magdaleno. Figueroa connected with a sharp left hook that left Magdaleno unconscious, providing one of the year's most talked-about finishes. May 11. Lomachenko versus Kambosos Jr. Lomachenko displayed his masterful technique, landing a perfectly timed punch that ended the fight instantly. May 18. Chamberlain versus Wahab. Chamberlain delivered a crushing blow that sent Wahab crashing to the mat in what can only be described as a picture-perfect KO. May 18. Itaoma versus Mezentsev. Itaoma's knockout came from a brutal combination that Mezentsev couldn't handle, leaving him down for the count. May 25. Clark versus Zorro. Clark ended the fight with a vicious overhand punch that left Zorro unable to recover. May 31. Elaraza versus Licia. Elaraza landed a thunderous uppercut that put Licia to sleep in an instant, delivering an unforgettable finish. June 1. Sang versus Wilder. In a battle of titans, Zhang's straight left hand caught Wilder flush, leaving him flat on the mat and the audience in disbelief. June 7. Williams vs. Canonico. Williams unleashed a crushing body shot that sent Canonico to his knees, unable to continue. June 15. Knapp vs. Perez. Knapp's knockout came from a brutal right hook that dropped Perez and had fans roaring. June 29. Estrada vs. Rodriguez. Estrada connected with a stunning uppercut that sent Rodriguez to the canvas for the KO victory. July 6. Fisher vs. Babic. Fisher stunned Babic with a perfectly placed punch, leaving him out cold and the crowd in awe. July 20. Silv vs. Body. Silv's spinning kick caught Badi clean, delivering a knockout that will be replayed for years to come. July 20. Paul vs. Perry. Paul shocked Perry with a thunderous right hand, proving he's a knockout artist in his own right. July 26. Selden vs. Markheim. Selden delivered a brutal left hook that ended the fight in a split second, leaving Markheim out cold. August 3. Brown vs. Quinn. Brown's relentless pressure paid off with a right hook that floored Quinn in spectacular style. August 10. Temper vs. Bruckner. Temper's spinning elbow was perfectly executed, leaving Bruckner unconscious on the canvas. August 10. Conwell vs. Gray. Conwell delivered a knockout blow that Gray simply couldn't recover from, ending the fight decisively. August 24. Moten vs. Vazquez. Moten's crushing uppercut was the defining moment, as Vazquez hit the mat and didn't get back up. August 31. Dean vs. Fogarty. Dean finished Fogarty with a left hook that will be remembered as one of the most brutal of the year. September 14. Kells vs. Big Tobsy. Kells landed a thunderous right hand that knocked Big Tobs out cold, a finish that left everyone in shock. September 21. Joshua vs. Dubois. Joshua once again showcased his power, delivering a knockout blow to Dubois that left the arena roaring. September 28. Hughes vs. Antunes. Hughes wrapped up September with a perfectly timed head kick that left Antunes unconscious on impact. October 5. Ramos vs. Ellison. In a thrilling October bout, Ramos landed a thunderous overhand right in the second round that caught Ellison square on the chin, leaving him flat on the canvas. The sheer force behind the punch had the crowd roaring, and it's an instant contender for KO of the year. October 19. Rodriguez vs. Hamlin. Rodriguez delivered a picture-perfect spinning back kick to Hamlin's midsection, folding him instantly. The precision and timing were flawless, leaving the audience in stunned silence before erupting into cheers. October 28. Molina vs. Fairfax. Molina shocked everyone with a one-punch knockout against Fairfax in the opening minute of the fight. A crushing left hook ended the bout before it could even get started, and it's been replayed endlessly since. November 4. Alvarez vs. Monroe. Alvarez faced Monroe in an explosive matchup that ended with a perfectly placed uppercut that sent Monroe airborne before collapsing to the mat. Alvarez's KO left commentators and fans alike marveling at his power. November 11. Jefferson vs. Doyle. Jefferson stole the show in November with a stunning high kick that landed cleanly on Doyle's temple. The knockout was instantaneous, with Doyle hitting the mat before the referee could even react. These were the best knockouts of 2024 so far. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more epic fight content.